that used to be like, oh, if you're under 200 pounds, you're victim weight, right? Lonely as hell at night, only getting compliments from dudes. You get so big to the point where now you're scary to women. You know, you look dangerous, bro. You're not gonna be more attracted to guys like that over guys like Terry Crews. Boys, what is up? It's your boy Robin Acetis here again with another video. And today, guys, I'm gonna explain in 3 reasons why being lean is the ideal body type you wanna have if you wanna attract more women. Your body is the foundation of your looks. And once you understand this, you're gonna try to search and look for the ideal body type that's not gonna only make you stand out, but also make you look your best. 99% of guys though, think that this ideal body type is extremely muscular and big. And I'm here to tell you guys that it's really a more lean and more proportionate body type that women tend to look for. The first thing you guys must understand that you need to be lean and not bulky. Being bulky and having an excess amount of body fat is gonna attract more men and put you into the male gaze. And being lean is gonna attract more women and put you into the female gaze. I kid you not. When I was bulky, I'd get way more compliments on my physique from men in person and on social media than I would from women. And I'd even set my dating profile preferences to women, and for some reason, somehow, some way, I would still see guys and he/she's in my likes. Now that I'm lean, it's literally the exact opposite. I get stops and stares from girls in public, whether I'm at the gym, at the mall, wherever I'm at. My dating profiles and my inboxes are flooded with chicks. You can check out my other videos. Now, I'm not saying that you should get in shape and work out strictly for women, but guys, let's be honest, as men, 75% of the reason why we start our fitness journeys in the first place is for our health and our own well-being. And the other 25% is to attract women and get those stares and compliments that boost our confidence in return. So as a guy, you can't argue with me on that one. So without further ado, let's get into the first point. Your facial structure improves. I hear it in person, I see it online, I even see it in my own comment section. There's always that one guy that says, women don't care about your physique if you have an unattractive face. And yes, I agree, but 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. 9 times out of 10, a lean guy isn't gonna have an unattractive face. As you cut down and decrease your body fat, the fat in your face will also be reduced. Guys, when you're bulky, it makes your face appear more bloated because on a bulk, you're not really watching your diet. You're eating more processed foods, you're eating fried foods, and in return, whatever you put in your body internally will reveal itself externally, right? So you're gonna have all the acne, you're gonna have the face fat. I'm gonna throw up some pictures of my face when I was on a bulk versus me now. And as you can see, my face was more bloated, I had more acne, and now, you know, my face is more sculpted and my face cleared up a lot, right? And you have to realize, guys, I'm the same person, same hairstyle, same everything. I literally just changed the facial structure by doing this one thing. And guys, I've also realized this too. I have plenty of friends who model, and they always tell me they have to get extremely cut and extremely lean for these shoots. And the reason for that is the world deems a more chiseled face, a more slender face, more attractive than the average face, right? An average bloated, rounded face, right? And I'm not telling you guys to get extremely lean like a model. However, all I'm saying is if you get 10 to 15% body fat, your face is gonna reflect your body. Another thing I hear you guys say is, oh, I have bad genetics. I have a big forehead and I have a big nose. Guys, you know you can manipulate your hairstyle to make your face appear more attractive. You know that, right? Like for example, if you have a bigger, wider nose, you can get like a fade that kind of reduces the width of your face, making your face look more proportionate. Same thing with your beard, right? So there's really no excuse to be quote unquote ugly or have an unattractive face. Also too, you ever notice how men who are lean can look good with or without a beard? They always say your facial hair as a man is your makeup, which is true. However, you wouldn't need a big beard as a lean guy, right? Because your jawline would be more pronounced, right? Your cheekbones would be more prominent, and you wouldn't need to cover that up with facial hair, right? So that's another thing too. You can look good in different styles once you're lean. That brings me to my next point. You fit into the female gaze. I hear you guys say it all the time. And I know this too because I fell victim to this as well. You guys always say, oh, I want to be big and macho. I don't care about being under 200 pounds. I don't know about you, bro, but I like women. So I'm not gonna sit there lonely at night with my dick in my hands simply because my pride is too big and I wanna be bigger than everybody. And yeah, guys, I used to be that jack motherfucker that used to be like, oh, if you're under 200 pounds, you're victim weight, right? Lonely as hell at night, only getting compliments from dudes. And I used to beat my meat every single night because I had no chicks to call on. You know, I had no chicks in my inbox. I had no chicks on these dating apps because my pride was too high. You know, I couldn't be under 200 pounds. I couldn't be victim weight. Yeah, guys, I know what it's like to want to be the biggest motherfucker in the room. But you guys have to understand, it's only fun for a certain amount of time. After that, it just leads to diminishing returns. You get so big to the point where now you're scary to women. You know, you look dangerous, bro. You're not attractive. And like I said earlier, yes, we don't work out strictly for women, but guys, wouldn't you rather want to be lean, healthy, have all these good qualities attached to you, and be attractive to women? Like, guys, you even see it with animals. You know, every species of male animal has a specific body part or some type of ritual that they do to impress the female mates, right? Peacocks, deers, lizards, they all do something to impress women. So you telling yourself, oh, I'm not doing this for women, is holding you back, right? It's keeping you single. It's keeping you miserable. And the thing is, guys, yes, like I said, it's not for women, right? However, if you can attract women, feel good about yourself in the mirror, and be healthy, why would you not pick that over trying to impress other men? And it even goes deeper than that. Guys, when you're too big, you're too muscular, it just signals to women that you eat, sleep, and live in the gym. It just shows that, you know, the gym is your life, right? And she's not gonna pick you over the guy that's lean, aesthetic, and he doesn't make the gym his number one priority. He still has all these other things going on in his life that make him interesting. So you kind of have to throw some diversity in there, and being too big just tells everybody that you live in the gym. That's gonna bring me to my last point. You just look better overall. I feel like everybody knows this one. You know, your muscles become more prominent, you become more vascular, and you just look better overall at a lower body fat percentage. You know, you look better in clothes. Everybody treats you different when you're 10 to 15% body fat. I even used to say this in my older videos. Guys, look at all the famous actors and movie stars that fit into the female gaze. These are gonna be guys like Michael B. Jordan, Zac Efron. Women are gonna be more attracted to guys like that over guys like Terry Crews, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, because those guys are bigger, bulkier, scarier looking, and Zac Efron and Michael B. Jordan look more practical. They look more lean, you know, they look more vascular. Those are things that give off sex appeal, right? And that's what women are looking for. And that's the biggest thing here, guys. It all goes back to sex appeal. This is why my success rate with women right now is so much higher. You know, I'm getting more stares, I'm getting more compliments, I'm getting more overall attention from women. Whereas when I was bulky, I was huge, I would get the excuse of, oh, you know, I don't like guys who go to the gym. I don't like guys who take care of their bodies. I don't like guys who are so muscular, right? It was all just a lie, you know. Now, girls break rules for me, right? They break all the rules. You know, I don't have to take them out on 5-10 dates just to do anything with them, right? And that's the thing, guys. Girls are gonna break rules for the guys they deem attractive. When you're not attractive in their eyes, they're gonna give you the boyfriend treatment. They're gonna give you the husband treatment. They're gonna make you do the most. So yeah, you'll still see guys who are big and huge with an attractive girl, but I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, that girl is controlling the whole dynamic of the relationship. She wears the pants, she calls the shots, and that guy is miserable. He's only holding on to her simply because she looks good. Whereas a dude that's lean and has an attractive woman, he controls the dynamic, he's in his masculine frame, and he can pretty much dictate the relationship. And let's not forget how much better you look in clothes. I'm gonna throw up some pictures of when I was bulky and huge versus me now. Guys, the difference is night and day. You can tell I look much better when I'm lean. You know, my clothes insinuate my physique a lot better rather than when I was big and bulky, right? I had to fit into my older clothes. I had to squeeze into those mediums, right? And those larges. Whereas now, you know, they fit me perfectly. They look like they're tailored. And that's another thing that I noticed as well. As I got more lean, I started to pay attention to my looks a lot more and make them more of a priority. Whereas when I was big, I didn't really care about my looks in my wardrobe. You know, I just went to the gym, you know, ate my meal prep and went back home and slept and repeated the cycle all over again, right? The gym was my life at that point. But now I'm going on dates, you know, I'm going on trips, I'm living life, and I'm not making the gym a number one priority. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story time. There was a chick I matched with on Bumble not too long ago, and you know, We linked first night, we did the deed, right? And after that, she was just admiring my physique the whole time. And she told me, she was like, you're the most fit guy I've ever been with. You know, she was admiring my physique, feeling on my arms the whole time and just like, you know, lusting over my physique. And I found it crazy because when I was the biggest I've ever been, you know, I was 205 pounds, just huge, just a big chunk of meat. No girls ever complimented me on my physique. They would make fun of me and crack jokes on my physique like, oh, you know, you must live in the gym, or, you know, I can tell you go to the gym. And it's funny because I was trying to peacock my physique by just being as big as possible, when in reality, that was only bringing me negative results. I'm gonna give you guys a little bonus. Higher libido. Guys, your libido is at its peak at 10 to 15% body fat. You know, you can't drill a hole with a weak and soft digging stick. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one, but your performance is way better at a lower body fat percentage. And trust me, bro, your girl will definitely notice. All right, guys, that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. And also too, if you're still struggling to get lean and achieve your dream physique, I do have a one-on-one mentorship where I work with you every step of the way and give you the blueprint, accountability, and coaching you need to unlock your full potential. Click the link in the description to learn more. Until next time, guys, I'm out.